Hi guys, I wanted to teach you a little bit today about how to make tools so we can use them for ceramics. You're going to need to get your plastic baggie that came with all of these cool little tools and this little cup and everything. You will need some kind of tape. It doesn't have to be this kind. It can be packing tape. It can be from a tape dispenser. It can be you just need tape. And you will need a little bit of water. I have a bucket of water right here next to me and a damp cloth, so that way if I end up getting clay on my hands and I need to touch my computer, I can just wash my hands. Okay, so once you've gotten those things, why don't you come back and join me? You can pause the video now and then press play when you're ready to start. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be working with is the popsicle sticks. Okay, and you don't need anything extra yet. So I'm going to move these out of the way. We're going to be turning a regular popsicle stick into a pottery tool. Okay, so we're going to turn it into a clay cutter, and the back end is going to be smoothed out and become a clay blender. Okay, so we're going to need to blend our clay. All right, so first step is to grab one of your popsicle sticks and grab your sandpaper that I provided with you. And you're just going to grip it in your hands and hold it. Put your finger on it long ways like this, and you're going to rub it on the sandpaper. Okay. So far, it looks like that. Okay, so, but I see rounded edges here, and I don't really want that roundy part. I want to make sure that that becomes straight and pointy, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, I still have some roundiness. Okay, now it's really sharp looking. Okay, but right here, this edge is super flat. We want to turn this into a little bit sharpness. So instead of going straight, not completely flat, up on the edge, and as we work it on the sandpaper, it's going to start to make it a little bit sharper. Now you don't want it so sharp that it'll cut you. It just needs to be sharp enough that it'll cut clay, okay? And if you make it too thin, it won't be strong enough and it'll snap when you're trying to cut clay. So don't make it super, super, super thin. Okay, so here is the first tool. My edge is a little goofy, so I'm gonna clean it. Here's the first side of this tool, and it's got this nice point to it. It's pretty sharp. Okay, it's sanded, it's beveled. The next thing we're going to do is work on the back side. So the back side is flat, and what we're going to want to try to do is round this edge so it's kind of smooth and like the outside of a sphere. So we're going to take our sandpaper, just going to knock the dust off into a pile gently, and gently wipe one edge. One edge is going to be flat, one edge is going to be rounded. I'm going to just gently wipe one edge, and we're going to use this edge to help us sculpt with a lot of our projects. So it's important to make sure you have this edge. Right, so this one's pretty close. It looks pretty good. If you're having a hard time on a flat surface, you can put it on your hand and follow the shape of your hand, and that'll round it. So now you have this really rounded, soft, smooth blending tool. Okay, so that's tool number one. If you break your popsicle stick, that's okay. That's why I gave you two. Okay, so if this one dies, you have a second one as backup. All right, next tool I would like to work on is This is my favorite ceramics tool, especially when it's sharpened. So you're going to need to sharpen your pencil because this is really, really handy as a ceramics tool. But we're going to make a scoring tool. So we're going to take one of the toothpicks that I gave you. You should have at least two toothpicks. Some of you may have more. And the toothpicks are a little fragile, so if they break, you're just going to have to remake this particular tool. So I'm going to take my tape, and I don't need very much tape. That's probably enough. And I'm going to take my toothpick and put it right by the eraser. And I want it to be about a thumb thickness longer, just a little bit longer. Okay, so you have an idea of how much space is there. So about like that. You want to make sure you have enough of the stick of the toothpick attached to the pencil, and that'll make it really, really strong. And then we're just going to take our tape and we're going to tape the toothpick to the pencil. And this is going to give us a scoring tool. You can score with a fork, but this tool is going to give you a little bit more precision. Okay, so this is our scoring tool. If you're worried about hurting yourself with the pointy end sticking out, just add more tape around it. Actually, I am worried about poking myself because sometimes I can be clumsy. And you just wrap it to make sure no sharp edges get you. Okay. And we're going to be using this for working with our clay, and you can still sharpen this edge and work with this. Okay, this is tools video number 1, and that is popsicle sticks and toothpicks. Tools video number 2, you will need your chopsticks and your paper clip.